The NBA champion for the 2023-2024 season is... Yes, as you saw in the title of this video, the script has been leaked to moi. Sorry if that's corny. I should have just said me. But anyways, we got the script. It says to Jay Hoopa from the National Basketball Association. And I know that you just clicked on this video just to know what happens this season. So I'm not going to waste any of your time, and I'm just going to read this script off right now. Well, without further ado, let's open this. A little bit sticky, huh? I'm going to fast forward through all this. And the moment we've been waiting for. Not very long, though. Ooh. This is a nice little script. Woohoo! Oh, no. You can't see it. Anyways, let's take a look at this. So, we're starting in the Eastern Conference standings, and no surprise for any of us, the 15 seed is the Wizards, who probably win all their games in the state of California because they got the light-skinned duo of Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole. But yeah, they're the 15 seed. Are you really shocked? Because I know I am. And then the 14 seed is same as last year, the Charlotte Hornets, who are not going to be very good apparently. I guess the only thing going for them is their announcer still. Because let's be honest, no one wants to watch Charlotte Hornets basketball at this point. Ooh! Alright. Pascal Siakam has been traded. But in the script, it quite frankly says I can't announce any trades or like any notable moves. I can only announce what is here, but I do know where Siakam's getting traded to. It says it here, but it says do not read. Now, I'm not Tom Holland, so I don't leak classified information. If you know, you know. But we know he's not on the Raptors, and they're the 13th seed, so that does make a lot of sense there. And at the 12th seed, I guess if you can't shoot, it really does hurt you in today's NBA because it's none other than the Orlando Magic, who got absolutely probably worse shooting-wise than they were, and they're already one of the worst shooting teams in the league. So they're still the 12th seed, even though a lot of you are probably expecting the Magic to have a good year. And then Monty Williams reignites Detroit basketball, and they jump to the 11th seed. Wow. And I guess Cade Cunningham has takeover all year. Interesting. Holy. The 10 seed is trading away 3 key players at this year's deadline. Wow. They're actually really good players, I'm not going to lie. Whoever they go to might be a contender, I think. But they fall from the 6th seed to the 10 seed. And I guess Kyle Kuzma was right because Spencer Dinwiddie and the Nets got carried their wins from last year because of KD and Kyrie. And they are now the 10 seed, but they're still a play-in team somehow. Well, the next play-in team is shockingly enough the Miami Heat. I mean, I'm not really surprised. They're the 9 seed. They only have 2 players, maybe 3 if Dame gets traded there. Was that foreshadowing? Who knows? But if you don't have depth, you can't win. So the Miami Heat are the 9 seed. And then we have the New York Knicks as the 8 seed. And it will set up an electric playing game at Madison Square Garden between the Knicks and the Heat in the second playoff game, only if the Knicks don't beat Philadelphia, who is the 7 seed. James Harden is apparently gone. Joel Embiid has finally decided to save his body for the playoffs. And the Sixers actually have terrible regular season success because Embiid don't play in all the games. Funny how there's a correlation there, huh? Maxey and Harris and the players that the Sixers may or may not get for James Harden actually win enough games to get them the 7 seed, though. The Chicago Bulls do shock everyone and rise a little bit over their constant mediocrity. They start the season off slowly, and we think it's the same old Bulls. Then magically, they have a late season resurgence. Probably because they finally get some chemistry. Is Lonzo Ball back, though? Hell no. But they get the 6th seed. Somehow they manage to do that. Ooh, the first big shocker of this. Well, the first big shocker for me is the Celtics. They fall completely off. Can't stay healthy. And we all know who I'm referring to. Porzingis. 30 games from Porzingis, yeah. But they can't win close games as they have no grit and grind anymore because Marcus Smart's not there. And then that's why they give them the 5th seed, I guess. But yeah, the Celtics are the 5 seed somehow. I know a lot of you think they're going to be 1 or 2, but apparently the script has other plans, but who knows. Ooh, I like this one. I like the 4 seed a lot. 4 seed is led by Tyrese Halliburton, who is healthy this year, and the Pacers finish as the 4 seed. Every signing, draft pick, and trade pays off. I'm referring to Obi Toppin mostly and Bruce Brown, but the other guys are pretty good too, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, they're really good this year apparently. And they get the 4 seed, and this series is going to be known, the first round series, Celtics Pacers, is going to be known as the Larry Bird series. Blah, sorry, English please, right? The Larry Bird series. Celtics versus Pacers in the first round of the playoffs, 4 versus 5. Let's get it, man. And then, if this was a 2K prediction, the Hawks would probably be the 1 seed or the 2 seed, but they're not. But they're the 3 seed, which is pretty close. And they were set for another mediocre. They were set for another mediocre season. Then they picked up somebody big on the trade market. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But as I said, can't disclose that. That's the end of that page. The Cleveland Cavaliers start the season off very slowly because a lot of their young players are still getting over the embarrassment of what happened against the Knicks in the first round. I know I have secondhand embarrassment just from watching that, but they finally get it together. Can't announce this trade, but somebody gets traded. Who is it though? This trade allows for Evan Mobley to become one of the best players in the NBA though. So you take a pick on who it should be. But the duo of Garland and Mobley dominates the NBA. But what happened to Donovan Mitchell? Is he hurt? Is he gone? Or is he just not playing well? I guess you'll have to wait to watch it during the season. And then the Cavs would have been 1. But we all know who number 1 is. Giannis. In another MVP season, maybe? I don't know. But he's out with a vengeance, and he secures the 1 seed for the Bucks. So yeah, it's... I'll leave a picture of this, but the standings were Cavs... Oh wait, never mind. I'll make the standings. I'll put it here in a slide. Don't worry. But let's go to the Wild West, which is probably the hardest thing to predict in NBA history because there are at least 13 teams that can make it, and the other 2 teams are the Spurs. Oh, it's just the Spurs because they're the 15 seed, and yeah, they're probably tanking to draft a good point guard, I guess. But Victor Wembanyama's not gonna play 50 games, I guarantee that. But the Jazz at the 14 seed? They botched their momentum that bad? Lauri Markkanen hits a regression though, so that makes a little bit of sense. And the lineup they were running with John Collins, Lauri Markkanen, Taylor Hendricks, they just got too many big people that can't really play the perimeter as well as they'd like. So I guess that makes sense, but they're the 14 seed? Whew. Wow. I want to show this to the camera to see if y'all can read this, if I'm tripping or not. But it says the Thunder are the 13 seed? What? The Thunder? I gotta read this. Hold up. SGA gets hurt and Chet Holmgren is buns. So I guess that does make a little sense after all. The Trailblazers still have Dame to start the season, so maybe they finish with it. Maybe they finish. Oh, did y'all see that? The Trailblazers have Dame to start the season though. But will they finish with him on the team or not? That's a good question. I guess we'll have to find out. But regardless, the Blazers have never been any good with Dame, so why would they be higher than the 12 seed anyways? I mean, yeah, whatever. And then the 11 seed is the Timberwolves, as they still believe that Cat and Gobert is going to work out. Only good news for the Timberwolves is that Anthony Edwards averages 27 points a game. But yeah. Timberwolves missed the play-in and the playoffs completely. So the Memphis Grizzlies get lucky to be the 10 seed and not fall out of contention. But they lacked chemistry all year, and it wasn't fixed when Ja came back from his suspension. And they barely beat out Minnesota. It was a game difference. I see the records, too. I just don't want to say every record. But Houston, for the first time in since James Harden, they make the play-in? I guess, playoffs? I don't really care. Are they going to make the playoffs, though? I don't know. But the Rockets see a significant leap from Tari Eason and Jabari Smith Jr. and Ime Udoka. Very good for this team. Dylan Brooks will be playing Dylan Brooks will be playing Memphis in the first round. That's nice. The first play-in. You know what I meant. Oh, interesting. Zion Williamson plays not 30. Not 40, not 50, not 60, not 70, not 80, but 20 games again. So, yeah, nothing really changes for the Pelicans. They're the 7th seed, but the NBA is not testing for marijuana anymore. And Brandon Ingram gives your favorite team about 30 a night. So, yeah, Brandon Ingram goes takeover. But he's still a 88, 87 in 2K, even though he should be a 90. Go watch my reaction to the 2K ratings. Them things are terrible this year, I tell you what. And then we have Sacramento as the 7th seed. They can't stay healthy. Last year they were healthy all year, so they're 3 seed this year. They're struggling, so they fall down to the 7th seed, but luckily they got my second favorite player in De'Aaron Fox, who's also the clutchest player in the NBA last year. The Mavericks jump from 11 to 6, as Luka has an annoyingly good season again, but he still can't play defense, but Kyrie goes off and it proves himself to be a top 15 player in the league again. And they still have a lot of young defensive pieces that they just got, but the team makes a significant leap, so good for them. The Lakers do what they have recently done every year and just save themselves for the postseason. This year they don't go through the play-in though, but they do have to go through the 4-seeded defending champions, the Nuggets. Yes, the Nuggets are the 4 seed, I guess. Nuggets are really consistent, but the young role players they drafted or picked up just can't really perform how they expected. But they're still a top 4 team in the West, and Jokic is top 2 player in the NBA. The Big 3 manages to stay healthy. KD only plays 50 games, but that's more than he normally plays, right? So I guess the allowance of you-know-what's helping him there. And then Suns are a very feared team. They have 3 killers offensively, and they also have DeAndre Ayton, who's going to have a pretty good season. Too bad they don't have a good coach, right? The 2-seeded team has the 6th man of the year, has a top 3 MVP vote getter, but has 2 really good breakout players. And both of those players show out and are locked in all year. And those 2 players are Klay Thompson and Jonathan Kuminga, as Chris Paul's really helping that. And Chris Paul is a front runner for 6th man of the year. Then Curry finishes top 3 in MVP. This Warriors team is really good compared to last year. They do get a center though. Just saying. So. And then the Clippers are ready to make a statement. Oh, wait! I like this one. Paul George is locked in. Kawhi looks like Raptors Kawhi. And Russell Westbrook's impact is felt. Russell Westbrook is back. We love that. But the Clippers look like the best team in the NBA. So, yeah. That's your standings. I'll put the standings down below. Off to the side, I mean. But, yeah, you can read through them. And now, the moment y'all been waiting for. The playoffs. Woo-hoo-hoo. But we gotta do play-in. I'm gonna do rapid fire play-in. Actually, not. We're getting this dramatized. First play-in. Nets at the Heat. Nets can't stop Jimmy Butler, and the Heat can't contain Cameron Johnson. Bam Adebayo goes crazy for a 30-point triple-double, but he also sprinkles in 10 assists with the 30 double-double. Oh, I meant to say double-double. See, I'm just reading the script, so bear with me here. But the best game of Bam's career, and the Heat move on. But who do they play? The Knicks or the Sixers? Well, the Sixers are the home seed. Sixers are the home team. And this ain't even a game. The Knicks get embarrassed by Embiid. Embiid has like 43 points, and the Sixers claim the 7th seed. And yes, it was foreshadowed earlier, I guess. Wait. There we go. I don't know if you could see with my hair. But we have an electric game at the Garden between the Heat and the Knicks. This game will be on NBA TV throwbacks for the next 10 years. That's how good this game is. It will be known as the Redemption at Madison Square. Oh my goodness, that is such a good title for a game, bro. The Knicks eliminate the Heat in an overtime thriller. But now our Eastern Conference playoffs is set as the Sixers and the Knicks move on to the playoffs. Fortunately for the Knicks, they got to play Giannis and the Bucks in the first round, and the Broomsticks are out. Giannis ain't playing around. He gives your team about 35, 38 a game with 16 rebounds and 9 assists. He's locked. Evan Mobley and the Cavs play Joel Embiid and the Sixers. Embiid leads a dark horse Philly team over the Cavs in 6 games, and it's an upset. Woohoo! Embiid, you locked in for once? Damn. Oh, that page is done. The Hawks, with a new superstar, are matched up with a very weird Bulls team since no one was expecting the Bulls to do anything. But here they are in the first round playing against the Hawks, but the Hawks are just way superior than the Bulls. But the Bulls have a chance to win the series. And this series goes to 7 games. But Trae Young has ice in his veins. Puts you to sleep. Bulls are eliminated. And then the Larry Bird series, Indiana versus Boston. Unfortunately, a miraculous season for Indiana comes to an end in 5 games as Jason Tatum finally takes control of the series. It's about time, Tatum. God damn. In the second round, we see Celtics versus Bucks in a series that goes to 7 games. But when this script said Giannis meant business, it meant it. Because in Game 7, Giannis has a 55-point triple-double. The Bucks get redemption for what happened in the 2022-23 playoffs. Bucks in the conference finals. Now we got Atlanta versus Philly. Atlanta versus Philly, 3-7. No Harden, no Simmons, healthy Embiid versus a new reinvented Hawks team. And the Hawks jump out with the 2-0 series lead. Oh, here we go again. Embiid not making it past the second round, does he? Embiid needs his redemption, though. Oh, there's hope. So, yeah. It was looking like another second round exit. All right. We're getting somewhere. Embiid is locked in and averages 38 a game over the next 5 games and goes for 44 points in Game 7. Embiid made his first conference finals, but he's playing Giannis. Oh boy. Congrats, Embiid. Everyone, give a round of applause. The Sixers made the conference finals with Embiid this year. But now we got number 1 Bucks versus number 7 Sixers. Giannis versus Embiid. Both players are desperate for redemption. However, Sixers roster just simply isn't matched up well against the Bucks. And as good as Embiid is in this series, Embiid played well. Sixers have no answer for Giannis. Drew Holiday is taking Maxey out the game. Every game, so out the series. And Chris Middleton looks like somewhat what he used to be. And the most comical part of this series is PJ Tucker versus Jay Crowder. That's just hilarious. Both are just very entertaining for us. But the Sixers lose in 5 games, and the Bucks are facing off against the best in the West. Who will be the best in the West? West playing games. Start with Dillon Brooks playing against the Grizzlies. Is the redemption for Brooks? Hell no. He said he was guarding Ja. Ja gave him 40. Is Ja on the path to redemption, though, in the media's eye? Well, if he is, he has to get past the Kings because the Pelicans stopped the beam from being lit. Yes, we're speedrunning this, but the Pelicans beat the Kings 7-8. Pelicans are in, and the Sacramento Kings are playing the Grizzlies since the Grizzlies just beat the Rockets because Ja gave Dillon Brooks his dumb 40 ball. That makes sense? I hope it did. Anyway, Ja Morant versus De'Aaron Fox. Oh my goodness. You know I love this. Woohoo! 2 future top 3-point guards in the league. Yes. That's my opinion, though. That's not in the script. But let's be honest. We all know. Ja has 30 entering the fourth quarter. Fox has 37. Fox has 37 entering the fourth. Sorry, my words stuck. But neither team can stop the other, so this is one of the highest scoring games of the season because it can't guard a baby squirrel. But Ja finishes the game with 47 points. Fox finishes with 45. Elite matchup. However, the beam is lit tonight because Keegan Murray enters a different gear in the fourth quarter and goes off. Unfortunately for the Kings, they got to face the Clippers in the first round, though. And the Clippers have been on a mission all year. Westbrook, PG, Kawhi, unstoppable for the Kings. The Kings couldn't even stop the Grizzlies from scoring 140 points, I guess. And it doesn't stop here for the Clippers. Clippers win in 6. Warriors versus Pelicans, 2 versus 7. Zion is playing, but he hasn't even been the best series. Zion is playing, but he hasn't been the best player in the series. And he isn't even the best player on his team. It's Brandon Ingram, who is showing out. Putting up 34 a game and giving Andrew Wiggins hell, bro. Gosh. Did you really think the Warriors were going to go down without a fight, though? Because if you did, you're correct. Herb Jones and Jose Alvarado. It is Jose. Hold up. Herb Jones and Alvarado were giving Curry hell all series long. They were pest. Simple as that. And Draymond can't stop Zion. So, Pelicans making a statement right now, and they win this in 6 games. But will the Pelicans be facing off against the Suns or the Mavericks? Kevin Durant versus Kyrie Irving. Yeah, that's a storyline, but there's no story there. Know where there is a story? Luka Doncic versus Devin Booker. These two hate each other. They absolutely hate each other. This is hilarious. This is the best entertainment for the NBA that I've seen in a while. Uh-oh, my script is stuck. There we go. But 3 versus 6. And yeah, we already know this is going to 7, right? Yep. 7 games. Kevin Durant says F you to Devin Booker after the first 3 games as the Suns are down 2-1 in the series. And KD proves himself as a definitive top 5 player in the NBA as they win. Suns win in 7 against the Mavericks. Luka Doncic eliminated in the first round again. At least you made the playoffs this year, though, right? And then the 4 versus 5 matchup is the Nuggets and Lakers. The Lakers ain't losing to the Nuggets again, especially after what happened to them last conference finals. He did get swept. But AD is a monster! And all the new additions in the offseason pay off. LA wins. Doesn't specify how many games, but I'm going to guess 5 games. Bruce Brown was really important. And Jokic hitting all them shots on AD, the one-legged BS. So yeah, Lakers are moving on here. Lakers versus Clippers. Well, I'm going to blue ball all of you and talk about the Pelicans versus Suns first. How do you like that? Slim Reaper versus Slim Reaper 2.0. Both high as a kite, dropping 30 a game. Nice. I guess the NBA not testing for it really is paying off for the Suns and Pelicans at this point. But this series is on fire. What does that even mean? I say fire because every game is high scoring, meaning no one can play defense. Yeah, well, no one can miss a shot. But if you look at the Suns roster, they have more firepower and they outscore the Pelicans, and that's simply what it is. And in basketball, isn't it? If you score more points in a game, it means you normally win. Or am I tripping? But yeah, Suns win in 6 games. And then we already know the Suns are playing LA, but which one? Is KD playing LeBron or Kawhi for a trip to the finals? Wow. I love this script for this year, man. This is getting me excited. I can't stay under control right now. But the most anticipated series for the past 4 years finally happens. LA versus LA. Best of 7. Fortunately for the Lakers. Just kidding. Unfortunately for the Clippers. No, just kidding. Russell Westbrook gets his revenge on the Lakers. That's the storyline. Kawhi averages the late 35 a game. PG averages 30 a game. And the Clippers are just on a mission. They know it's the last year, make or break of this team. PG, Kawhi. They beat the Lakers in 6 games. Crazy. And the conference finals is a rematch from a few years ago. Clippers versus Suns, but Clippers are healthy. Oh, wait. Clippers curse is still active. Kawhi Leonard gets hurt again. But have no fear, Paul George is here. Y'all like my singing? Anyways, fortunately, PG and Westbrook just aren't enough to take down the Suns. They lose in 6 games. And this series ends the PG and Kawhi era in LA. Finals time. Bucks versus Suns. This series, I'm reading word for word from this. This series reminds us a lot of the Bucks Nets series from 2021. Just a very back and forth series with a few close games, but everything for the most part is blowout. But the best game is Game 7 in the Valley. Bucks are up 2 with 10 seconds left. Game on the line. KD has the ball. Same exact move from 2021. This time it's on Jay Crowder, though, not PJ Tucker. But his foot isn't on the line. It's a 3. The ball rolls around, touching every part of the rim. Luckily, it's like the 2K animation. It falls. It counts. Game. About damn time that KD has won without the Warriors, I tell ya. But he gets Finals MVP as he averaged 37, 11, and 7. Holy. Truly one of the best Finals performances we have ever seen. And that concludes the NBA script for the upcoming season. If you enjoyed this video, let me know, because I'm sure they'll send me the script again next year. But I do have nice content for a lot of y'all, so if you want to stick around, I will be releasing college basketball content. Who knows? Maybe I'll have the March Madness script. Yeah, but the NBA champion for the 2023-2024 season is none other than the Phoenix Suns, led by Kevin Durant. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.